Seat really must have been reading my mind, because a couple of weeks ago when I drove the Leon F4 hatchback, I said that it was kind of breaking the mold, it was moving things on a little bit and people's tastes had changed. Well, this one, the Seat Leon F4 ST, proves that point even more. I love the boot in the Seat Leon ST. It has a little party trick. The floor lies flat like this, but if you need to increase an extra bit of space but you don't want to let the seats down, you simply just pull it out and put the floor down a little bit deeper. You get a little bit more room. It's a very unsophisticated solution, but it's a very common problem and I like how they've implemented it. Everything on the interior of this Leon ST is pretty much identical to the hatchback that I drove before, with one exception, the automatic gearbox. Now this is pretty essential if you're going to be doing long drives. It just makes life an awful lot easier. However, if you do go for the automatic, you do lose 30 brake horsepower. This one has 150 instead of 180, and you do actually feel that it's lost a little bit of an edge. If you're fully loaded, it's still going to pull along nicely, but it doesn't have the same sense of urgency like the 180 does. If you were to plot the sales of saloons over the last few years on a graph, you'd see that it goes sort of, well, like that. And that's thanks in a very large part to cars like the Hyundai iX35, Kia Sportage or the Nissan Qashqai. In other words, crossovers. Those cars have really boomed in popularity. Estates, though, are also nibbling away at the saloon's market share. In 2012, estates represented around 6% of the market. In 2013, that 6% became 7%. In 2014, it's now 8 and a bit percent. So, as we can see, more and more people are discovering the virtues of these longer hatchbacks. And let's face it, that's all the Seat Leon ST really is. It's just a Leon with a longer boot. And you know, I'd be quite surprised if there weren't a few people who had bought crossovers in the last few years who had moved out of hatchbacks, only to discover that they're not getting that much more practicality. In actual fact, they might be getting worse fuel efficiency as well, because the car's higher up, it has a higher centre of gravity, and it's not as aerodynamic. It's sort of like buying an end-of-terrace 3-bed house when you live in a mid-terrace 3-bed house. Okay, you're getting more room, but not really in the areas that you want or that you can use. Having an estate is like having a 4-bed house, or at least a 3-bed house with an attic conversion. Lots of usable space, and it's just that bit more practical. And the Seat Leon ST makes a very convincing argument in favour of estate cars. Personally, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I wouldn't go for the F4 version. I'd go for a standard 1.6. I've never said that about any other car, but genuinely I really liked the 6-speed manual transmission in the 1.6 litre diesel. It's ample, it's perfectly fine, and with the money that you save, you can get this wonderful glass sunroof and a few other bits and bobs inside, and probably still come away with some change in your pocket. That would be the car that I would have. And just how much money am I talking about saving here? Well, it's pretty staggering. A regular 1.6 litre diesel SE model with 105 brake horsepower, that is a nice level of trim, costs 24,500 euros. You need to jump up 4,000 euros to get the F4 version, but that does give you the DSG box. I do think that is a square that can be circled if you're going to be doing a lot of driving. However, the really important figure is the difference in new price between a Seat Leon ST in 1.6 litre guise and a regular saloon. The difference there is almost 6,000 euros. Is this really the end of saloon cars as we know it? Well, if they keep making estates as good as they've made the Leon ST, it could very well be.